Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm here doing a review of both Put a Ring on It and Love and Marriage Huntsville. Both shows are own, so I decided to do it this way so you can have two in one special and we can just talk about it. And instead of do two separate videos. And also, we'll do another separate video for Seeking Brother Husband, so look out for that. And hopefully, y'all watch that as well. Listen, Put a Ring on It was cute and everything, ain't not much to say, but Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yeah, I don't know. I would do another season if they gonna come and continue on like this. Carlos, you lied to us. Like I feel like you lied to us. It's like same continuation from last season. It's exhausting. It's just exhausting, and it comes to the point that it's like whatever. But let's get into it. Check it. Hey, what's up? You watching Mizzle? My channel is 14, and I'm here doing a review of Put a Ring on It, which is Two Push Charming, which is season 4, episode 5, and Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is season 6, episode 2. You Scots to chill. So let's start with Put a Ring on It first. We get with that out the way, and then we start ending with Love and Marriage Huntsville because I got a couple things to say about that. All right, Put a Ring on It. Once again, until I find like a legit photo, official photo of a great background with this couple, I will just leave it as this until I get one. I gotta search it, and maybe hopefully the next time I do Put a Ring on a review, this will be changed to match these other three people. Remember, there was an original three couple. The original three couple was Chance and Dunbar, and they decided to leave. This is Jasmine and Zay. Y'all know Joshua and Joya, and you know Vicky and Catherine, and this is Dr. Stacy J. Johnson. All right. So let me hold on. Let me take this off. So it continued on what ended last week with Dr. Stacy Johnson or Dr. Stacy went to see Jasmine and Zay for individual counseling instead of the group setting. And a couple counselor basically was. And she was talking to him about how Jasmine feels and what's going on in the relationship that they into this point. And Jasmine feel that Zay doesn't protect her as much and everything, and don't feel she don't trust him as much. One thing he become Loki when he entertained a lot of females. Now I don't know. It's his point. He said he don't really do anything further of than this flirtation and becoming a new person and talking to other females, which could be a problematic thing because when you're working in nightlife, some other things could happen. And I'm wondering if he is telling the full truth. Because sometimes when you in that nightlife, you do it like you maybe dibble dabble more than what you did. But we'll see how it goes. Read it. They didn't come up saying that he cheated, not like that. It is that he entertains another female. He become a different person when he drinks. And it's not a good environment when he works in that environment anyway. And the establishment, nightlife. That's one thing. And then she also said she did say she had control issues. That's one thing. But I think her control issue is about her lack of trust. And I said, when you have too much control on someone and you want to control everybody move, then you got to think within and see what's going on with you that you got to feel like you need to control. And if you have to go that route to try to control someone and remove and see you can't do this, let's do that, then you may need to evaluate this relationship. If he's worth it, he would do all that. Now, part of it could be your personality, and that's how you are. But part of it could be because of what he's doing, you doing these. So you could keep tab and you keep control, like you keep the narrative flowing in your direction. So it was a couple things. But one thing she mentioned in how he doesn't protect her and don't feel like he has any boundaries between his friends and her. Because she's explaining a situation that one of the friends, I guess she had like a disagreement with or something like that, proceeded to say he will slap her. And I want to know why would this guy, his friend, will be comfortable enough to say that to a female that he would slap her. And I would not be comfortable with that. Because I said at the end of the day, no matter what you have, you want to hit a female, It's not good. It's not one of those things that you want to defend yourself. So if she's attacking you, you got to defend yourself. That's the different story. But this situation that you just came out like saying you will slap her, I said that is messed up. And what he did, he said, "Oh yeah, I checked this food," but she said he apologized to the friend. They never apologized to the girl, her, and they cool to this day. Now I'm not saying because he's no, that's his friends like for a long time. So I don't think she ever saying that you should dump your friends. But I feel like you should have a little bit more boundaries between us and respect my feelings more and understand that hurt me. Now, she didn't really express her true feelings with that because she kept buried under the rug like it was nothing. So he didn't really know exactly what how she really feel hurt about this because while she was playing it, he said, "Oh, you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel like that." So Dr. Stacy said, "No, you can't invalidate her feelings. You got to understand that sit in this moment. That's how she feels." So I don't care if you say you don't. She shouldn't feel that way. They said, "I'm sorry, you're feeling this way, and I don't want you to feel this way." That's a better word instead of saying you shouldn't feel this way. Because now you say you shouldn't feel this way, it's invalidating someone's feelings, and they feel in that way. So you cannot say they shouldn't feel that way. That's what they feel. So understand their feelings and everything. So now you say you understand what you're gonna do moving forward. Set a little bit more boundaries with your friends. You're not saying you got to cut them off, but set a little bit more boundaries. And you got to let your friends know it's not good and okay you get in an argument with my girlfriend and want to threaten harm. Because I wasn't trying to be cool with you like that. Because now I'm seeing that you could be a potential DV person. And we don't got time for that. We don't have time for that. So I'm just saying all to say the saying that at times, Jasmine, yes, when you have issues and you have feelings, do not keep it to yourself because then that person don't know and be cheaping of is getting cheap out of your true feelings, and they can't change what they don't know. So I guess your thing is not is to be forefront and be open, no matter how hard and tough it is. Just be open and tell him, and then he moved from that, and we'll see how that goes. So Catherine over here, she said now she will go all out on her dates because after he decided to take that bite from the other female, now I give her reins to do more on her dates. I said, girl, you should have just been on honest. Like I know y'all all signed up for the show. This is the fourth season. And this I don't get. Y'all are privy to what the show is about. Y'all have to really know. It's not like it's a new season. It's a new series, and y'all just the first guinea pigs. That's not what happened. We had the first season for first season people that who just entering this realm of this process, and we all the viewers get to see the same process at the first time. Now we in fourth season in, y'all already know this process. So at the end of the day, go all out so you can learn things for your dates. So you can maybe bring that into your current relationship and see what's lacking and missing, and also get a firm decision. Because if y'all keep it guarded in your dates, y'all not gonna keep it what buck with yourself and learn from that. And then you get to the end and you still confused. No, get what you need to get out of the dates. Ask the questions. Do what you have to do. Try not to have no boundaries because having no boundary let your spouse know how will you act in another scenario where you're on a date and everything, and how do you feel about me? Now they shouldn't be too guarded, but at the same time they should understand things. And I think certain petty things of feeding someone food, I really think that's a big deal. I know some people may have an issue with that, so y'all let me know how y'all feel. Like when Vicky told Catherine that, yes, it can be intimate, but at the same time, I love to eat, and somebody trying to feed me a grape, it's not a big deal and everything. Man, I know it's a touchy subject with her, so maybe he should be more mindful of what he does. Because he was hesitant at first. The day he said, I would try to feed it. I would say, listen, it's not really a big deal. Now, if you saying that they was changing numbers and they was texting each other and he wanted to have sex with or something like that, then I would feel some kind of way about it. Because now you're taking it way too far and everything. And if you do that, then I know what's up. So that's the thing. It's like it lets you know your partner's attentions and going through this process and how they're gonna treat and how they act. Do they really, really care about you? Do they really damn about you? That's how you know. So go all out and let's see how it goes. And you maybe learn something. All right. So her date is Marcus. Marcus was a nice guy and everything. He was a nice guy. He had the nice little beard. He's very successful business wise, an investment banker, a broker, and all that like that. So he's doing well. So they went to do a creative vision board, and that was a nice date. Create your vision, what you want, your goals, your aspirations, and stuff like that. So you can hang that up and look at it, and then work towards that. Because when you have the a physical visualization of what you aspire to do, always a mindful, always in your face and everything, then it brings you that you could achieve that. So it is crazy. It is crazy. And no, it's not crazy. I think it's a mindful, it's a great thing to have that vision board. Because sometimes if you want to achieve your goals, but you say things, but it's important to have it in front of you. And I think I might do that too, because I have goals to envision and work on it. And I'm working on it, and everything I have wanted to achieve, I haven't achieved. I got my own place, I'm independent, have a nice, successful job, working towards building my career and everything, having this platform, YouTube platform. I'm working on building this up and build a content create legacy. Patreon later on next year, things to build on my status up here. And I'm comfortable and I enjoy what I'm doing. So you gotta have that vision and going on. So it was a great day going on from that. So and they was going back and forth and see like she enjoyed herself. She said one thing she's missing in her relationship with Vicky is reciprocation. I would just want to be reciprocated of things that's happening. And he's not really romantic. So I think she lacking that department of being romanced by Vicky. Because Vicky saying he don't do that stuff because he always paying the bills. But we find out that he live in the house with his family. Parents, brother, sister, like, so what are you contributing? Are you the only one contributing to the whole household, or you live in a household that everybody other income contributing? So you could still do the small things with Catherine. So you can't miss me with the romantic part. You can't do it. You could do it. So I don't understand the need why you can't do what you got to do. So we're gonna see more of that later on. So Joy went her date with Jacoby. She's like, it was a nice date. She enjoyed it. She was intentional. And she said she learned from the date when he went on later on when they went to group counseling session. She learned from the date uh where Joshua went with his date, and she learned something from that, like, and say, you know what, maybe I should be go with the flow. And that was his word, was flow, is maybe go with the flow more and not be so tied to a timeline. When you tie to a timeline, you stress yourself out and getting that done in the timeline. Just like when you're at work, when you got a deadline and you know this is coming, but you keep procrastinating, and then when you get to the last minute, you get franked out. And some people work under the pressure. Some people do, and they wait till the last minute because they get things done the last minute. But sometimes it doesn't, because you don't know how all the pieces. Like when I get projects, I like to tackle it early, so it'll be done early, so I can fix anything I need to fix and not wait till the last minute. And I don't want to wait till the last minute because I stress yourself out even more waiting till the last minute to get things done. And you usually make more mistakes when you wait till the last minute when you have projects. So I feel like if she had this timeline and she trying to build to the timeline, she should be strict to that. And then when it's not getting it done, it creates more stress and drama in the relationship, and everything go with the flow. But at the same time, not get rid of your expectations and what you want, but also let it flow and it happen naturally, and not be too forced into someone and you making them feel like they are forced to do the decision and not wanting to organically come apart. And you know, her one of her major things is she wants to have another baby. So that's something that should happen in natural flow. But I do understand that woman body changes and everything, and as the older they get, it's a bit less likely. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen, because we've seen numerous of times that a lot of women in the later stages of life are having babies and have successful, healthy babies. So it is possible. It is that you have to be on the same page, and you're not on the same accord of this baby thing. Maybe That's something you got to work on. So she went on a date. Jacoby. Jacoby was saying a lot of his day. He would say he was very aggressive in the bedroom. He is top tier in the bedroom. I say, yep, okay, that over excelling yourself in the bedroom is cute and all, but don't oversell yourself. And then when you get to the action, you not performing. That was disappointment. So he said he's top tier in the bedroom. He's aggressive, and he had a fetish of talking to girls that have boyfriends. And he said he got out of it and he worked on it. I would say, oh, really? Why is that a fetish? Like, why is I don't understand. There are numerous of people who are waiting at home, waiting for someone to entertain them. Whether it's just a friends with benefits, whether it's an F buddy, whether it's a certain companionship to talk to. There are people who are waiting, but y'all decide to go after people who are already attached to someone. I don't understand that. And also vice versa, people who are already attached, going after people, other single people. I said, why are you doing that when you already have someone? Are you being greedy? That I don't like that. I don't like that. It's everything. And then they can say, oh, we got an open relationship, we cool. I said, how? I need to speak to both of y'all to see what it is. If it actually is open. Like you say it is. Because one person say it's open, another person don't think he is open, and then what, you stuck in the middle, and now you're in the freaking middle of this whole drama between the two couples. We ain't having that. So I was just like, why is that a fetish? And then I would get turned off. I would say, oh, so you got a fetish of talking to girls that have boyfriends. That's something a little weird. I mean, that's weird. He said he got to get out of the thing. So I said, okay. So that's why you're probably single right now. It doesn't mean you're not successful and everything, but the fact that you only attach yourself to girlfriends who taken, oh, that says something about you, boy. That's something you got growing up to do. And then he said he got out of it and he worked on himself and counseling. I said, I guess you better because it's not cute. That's why I guess he was so comfortable with this process. So he had no issue with this process, right? Sure. But she did have like chemistry. Now, at one point, he was trying to like grab her hand and she was hesitant to do that because she said that's like too intimate because she started thinking about Josh about it because she said that's really too intimate. Like, at first, she felt the spark a little bit when touching the hand, and she said, "Oh no, we can't do it. We can't do it." So I'm glad that she held herself back because that is a little intimate. And she said Joshua does that a lot, hold her hand and everything. But I said, yeah, just holding hands. This is like a intimate kind of thing. If you like physical touching and stuff like that, and being with the partner and everything, and that's not too bad. So she is enjoying her date, but he said a man has three things he provided three P's: protect, provide, and procreate. I said, okay. In what degree though? Because it's nice to say that because I know a lot of people love to hear that. Oh, yes, he protect, provide, procreate. But sometimes when people have that, they have stipulations with that. How much you providing? If you provide so much, how much control you gonna have over the person? Procreating, procreating how in what degree? And if I can't perform, what you gonna do? You gonna go out and cheat, and you go. If I can't give you the baby, you go out and cheat on me. Like procreated, that's your goal to procreate. Like you want to have babies, and so like that. Okay, that's cool. Or lack or not cool, depends on the person. And protect. In what way are you protecting? How much and how much of the degree are you protecting? Because some people say protect it in one aspect, but you're not protecting the whole holistic approach. The emotion aspect, the mental, the social, all the extra stuff. So that's in what degree. I would follow up and say what degree because sometimes people have very skewed direction and very skewed very skewed direction and approach of achieving those things and how they want to achieve those things with the partner they spouse they with. That's that. So Jasmine and Zay was getting ready for their dates, and I think Zay was getting ready for his date, and she said, "Oh, you wearing my favorite color? Like you know you like black." I said, she liked black on him, and I guess he usually wear white. I don't know, but he started wearing black. And she said, "You ain't my favorite color. Why you wear that color?" I said, "Girl, black is universal. I don't know what you gonna think about it. Like you not gonna wear no black on little dates." So then she was that, and she said, "Oh, no kissing, no touching, one drink minimum," because she said that's all the boundaries he set it for her dates. So reciprocate. I said, "You know what? Yeah, if you set it for her, you got to do the same thing. no touching, no kissing, no drinking, and one drink limit. Because yes, he needs to have that one drink limit. Because he said he become Loki, and he told that on his date too. Like Loki, she said, "Who's that?" That's my alter ego, alternate person. When I drink, and I could turn a different person. So that's what it was. So his date was Gala, and he said he's too friendly with the ladies because she said, "What's the issue? What's going on in the relationship that you want to work on?" And he said he's too friendly, and she said that will probably be an issue. That will be an issue when you're too friendly. It's okay. It's one thing that nobody saying you can't talk to ladies. 'Cause at the end of the day, that's part of his job. That's his business. He will have to do that. But when you get too much drinking and you start getting too flirty, then it blurs the line of boundaries being crossed. And that's the issue that Jasmine has. Like, are you not setting the boundaries? Are you capable of doing more than what you're saying you're doing? That's that. So the group session happening, and when Jasmine speak about his date, Jay was deflecting. Now he was making jokes because Jeremy, the date that she had, he said that he's a personal trainer. That's one thing. He owns a nightclub, whatever. That's another thing. So he gets his clients from the club, and then he does a personal training from them. And then he also said he does a side gig while he cooks for the clients, with no shirt on. So now he was saying, "Oh, he making all these jokes," and everybody's cracking up. And she said, "You deflecting because how are you feeling? Like, what is you feeling? Like, keep in that moment you're feeling and let her be known, but you deflecting on why you're feeling about it." So, so he said he was able to listen to his date when he was had a conversation with Gayla. So he said, "So what was interesting in her that you could maybe listen to her, but when it comes to me, you not listening." So now I got something that Jasmine had would say that he doesn't listen to her as much. So if you attention about listening, let's see how much you listen now when she said things. So Zay said no to Gayla. He said no to a second date to Gayla because I feel like it wasn't much of a romantic thing. I feel like it was more of like a homegirl, homeboy vibe. But I said I would be too quick to, because I don't like when you're too quick to label someone as a homegirl or homeboy vibe because you didn't have the chemistry. I don't want to label that. So I do feel like it wasn't really much spark. I feel like it was just a date. A date was just not really much spark between them, and it was just a conversation. And I don't think she was really into them like that either. Either, to be honest, I really don't think so. She was, but it was a conversation. He learned something. She told her point of view, and that's what it was. And Jasmine said no to Jeremy. And I know what? I do feel away because I said it would be too much and she don't want to go down that road with him if she ever try to entertain him, entertaining clients for his club and then a personal trainer and then cooking with no shirt on. And it was like, that's that. So Joy said she had an eye-opening one another day because going with the flow. I mentioned that earlier about the timeline and go with the flow. And yes, have your goals, but don't be stringent on that with the timeline, forcing someone's hand to go by your demands. Because then after a while, they're gonna resent you, and it's not gonna be good. So Josh should say he would go on a second date with Brittany because he had enjoyed the good time. Because even though Brittany's the touchy feely one, she was touching his bed and doing like touching everything, and said she could steal your girl, or Mr. Steal your man or something like that, Mr. Steal your man, and that's what it was. So that's that. And Joy said she would go on a second date with Jacoby because she had a good time with him. So I said, okay. And I like that they both decided to open up to go on second dates. And she said she want to learn more and maybe she can get more out of him. And at that one time, she said her date with him before, he was asking her a lot of questions. And now she want to get more of him. So that's that. So Ricky mentioned something that I don't think she asked him if they're going on third date or not. But Ricky mentioned something about how he want Catherine to miss her. And Dr. Stacey said that's a good thing in a relationship because you want the person to miss you. Because when you have that aspiration of the person's miss you, it builds a relationship better. Because when you always under someone nail and thumb, under someone so much all the time, 24/7, you gonna get tired and you gonna get annoyed. So it's okay to have the distance, have your friends, and chill out, have your personal peace without the partner. Not saying that you gonna be doing something out without your partner, but it's good to have that peace with your thing. Like if I want a partner, I want him to go with their friends, go with his hang with the homeboys. Disrespectful, come home afterwards. And that's the same thing with me. If I go out, have that trust, and then we come back and build each other, and we have that miss thing, and we food each other more. So it's a good and natural thing. So Stacy wanted Catherine to understand what he was saying. Now Catherine said, "I hear that and understand that, but he's not telling the whole truth because." I would love to, and I feel like yes, if Catherine was in the house with all his family and stuff like that, don't you think she want to have some space and peace? But she said she's not in the process to do that at this moment because of the current situation. She was in Dallas. She moved to Atlanta, moved in him with his family. That's one thing. So that's not much space and peace that she can have alone. And then she said, and she does other things for him that not conducive of her having space. They share one car. That's another thing. She have a business she's working on. I guess she does hair and hair products and hair business. That's that. And then she said she take the kids to school or whatever and babysit and watch the kids and everything. And I said she's doing a lot for someone who's not a wife. And I'm not saying that it's on her, but I was saying that he expect a lot from you. So when she said she encouraged him to go with his friends to go with the boys and have peace without me, but he sometimes he don't do that. He don't want to do that. So I was like, okay. She said in the confessional, who take the kids to school on Tuesday, Thursday, and everything? He said, I do. She said, don't lie. If you gonna lie on something that he will listen. And I was like, I don't know, Vicky. It's something about him. Just something like he wants to seem like he's not the bad guy and want make Catherine make like she's doing too much and feel her insecurities and she doing like maybe she could be insecure, but I don't know. I think in this aspect, I do feel understand. I think I'm more inclined to Catherine's side because it does seem a lot. Cause especially if you was someone who moved from your place, when you had your independence and you were doing things for yourself and moved to another place, then you don't have the support from your family. You in another state, so you basically got to be around the person. And then when you establish yourself and you want him to be with someone else and he's not taking that, so that's something. So don't blame on me. Say you want me to miss you more when I want to have that and give you opportunities, but you don't do that. So it's some way, shape, along the line. What is it? So you want her to miss you more? What exactly? Can she move out and in her own place for now until y'all get married and have your own place? Because if I was Catherine, I would not stay there. I was like, maybe, but she building her business, so maybe she don't have the funds to live on her own yet. But I will have to make that work and live on own. And maybe you will get the miss factor, like you say you wanted. But something about me tells me that Ricky is saying things to say things, but he's not really believing in what he's saying. Or he trying to say it out there to make it Catherine like she doing too much. Okay. But we'll see how this go next week because it was to be continued and it ended right there. And as Catherine was explaining it, Dr. Stacey started listening to her. She said she was trying to get Catherine to listen to what he's saying. She said she listening to her saying her understanding, but he's not telling the whole truth. So when she explained her side, and I said, you know what, I started to understand why you would say that when you know that's not really true. Okay? But that would put a ring on it, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about this episode. And this will be premiered. So when we premiere this video, we will have a conversation together and hope y'all enjoy this. So we're going to transition to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel, Mr. 14. If you're new, Instagram, follow my social Instagram is Mr. Grown. My Twitter is Thomas_Grown. My Discord is Mr. 14, #3488. So down below in the description box, you will get the link to my Discord. So you can click on that and follow me there. And also you want to also support the channel. Hit my cash app is $Mizzle140. And like the video. If you enjoy it, please like the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up and let people know about me and share my video out there. Now, let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville. You've got to chill. And I don't know, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm trying this season. It's the second episode. Hopefully, get better. But right now, it just seems like it's the same retired storylines, and I'm getting tired of it. It's not going. It's not moving along. It's not moving along. It's not different. Carlos, you told us that it's not regurgitation of the last season. It's new drama, new beefs, new issues, and everything. And I said, okay, let's see it. But then you get ready two people. You get rid of Miss Wanda and Destiny, and you create the same storyline again with Stormy and Miss Betty. We don't got time for that. We don't got time for that. And I know a lot of people. It's stand wars for people you don't know. People who support Mel understands where Mel's coming from, and people who don't support Mel trying to act like we are Mel fans and stands and she couldn't do no wrong. I said no, it's not because she don't can't do no wrong, but we have to understand that in this platform, in this space, Mel is the wrong party here, and everybody make it seem like she can't feel the way she feel and how she moved the way she feel due to a freaking narcissistic ex-husbands that she got. And y'all have to understand this show is grounded upon of what's happening outside of the show, social media. So if you're not following all the social media stuff aspects, which I think a lot of people are missing, and what's happening in real time, you're not gonna keep up and understand how she moves the way she's moved. Maybe you don't move that way, which is fine. And Mel's not perfect. Nobody says she is, and she has her faults. But we're not gonna sit here and act like that. A lot of things that she's doing, how she moving, is because she's trying to protect her peace, and she can't do that with this cast of people. And I'm not gonna tell her she needs to leave her own show. No, but she could move how she moved. Now, whether she filming people or not, that's well, she's still getting paid. So I'm not gonna tell her what she's not gonna. If you gonna get paid and you can film less and still get what you need to get, will you leave your own show? No. So no. If she wants to, she can. And she can keep her peace and film with whoever she want to film with. And that's fine. But we're not gonna sit here and act like that she's doing this out of spite and out of bitterness when the person that she divorced still on the show is still creating issues and drama. And anybody connected to her could be connected to him and they can get to her. And she trying to get out of that space. So we're not gonna sit here and act like she haven't told y'all numerous of times, season after season after season, that she disses herself when y'all stop filming. And she has other friends besides the show, y'all. This show is not her friend group. Y'all need to get out of this mindset that because she's on the show, this is the only people she interact with. No, she has an outside life, just like everybody else have an outside life for other people they interact with. And if she says she has friends that don't want to be filmed, which is fine. So why she said why she can't have a real friend? So she got. I said because maybe those people don't want to be filmed and maybe they want to be on reality TV show. Did you think about that? So no, she has real friendship. And the people who go on the show, you have to understand, they attach the name friend to the person who's most known in the show to get them build up. So it doesn't mean they actually are friends when they are introduced. It is that they came introduced as the friend of the person to build it up so they can be on the show. So they have more notoriety and more like fan base to gravitate towards you. Oh, she's a man friend, and I see that. And that's that. So no, Mel didn't use Stormy to come in the show to be on her sidekick and do all that stuff. They come when Stormy got with Destiny. She said, "Y'all don't even have beef like that, so I don't think y'all need to fight. Y'all don't got time for that. Nah, y'all need to fight on my behalf." And she didn't tell you to fight on her behalf, so no. So that's something different. I said all that to say is that Mel has a reason to move how she moves. And I'm not fan of no one because I don't give a damn. After the show ends, like I really don't care. I'm not too invested. I don't go back and forth with people on social media. I'm not doing all that extra stuff. I read people comments. I see what it is. Whatever gravitates towards me, I make a comment to it. I retweet it. I say, but we not gonna sit here act like she moving. It's because of what's going on. Huntsville is not but so big, so she has to keep her peace in some way, shape, or form, and she has a job to do. So just like when y'all go to work and y'all got be with people that you don't work with, you don't lock with. Doesn't mean you have any beef with them. You just don't lock with them. But let's move on with this. Let's get this episode. All right. So Stormy says she's not DMing Mel, which is fine. It's crazy because when Mel had an interview with Old Lady First Panel, She said her Stormy always DM each other. And she looked at their stories. Stormy was looking at the male stories and yet always DM each other. Even though you have each other's number. And I was like, in this day and age, y'all, DMs and social media is prevalent. It's prime time. It's not going to back in the past when you don't have the social media. So you have to call each other and text each other and check on each other. So if you was back in the 90s or something like that when we had no big in social media, then I will understand this issue. But we not going to sit here and act like that because you have each other's number, that you always on the phone, calling your friends, checking on your friends, all that stuff like that. No, we all busy. We all adults. It's not like we are teenagers sitting down at home, have nothing else responsibility to do but go to school, and if you have a job, go to work and come home. But you still have a lot of time to party, hang out with your friends and everything. So I understand when you were younger, late teenagers in at least early 20s, when you don't have a lot of responsibilities, at least up to you when you get to like, let me see, 22, 18, like when you get to like 22 or something like that, when you graduated college, because if you go to college, it's like 4 years. So you graduated high school like 18, 19. So graduate 22, 23. Yes. After that, beyond when you start taking responsibilities for yourself, then you start not have much time, especially when you have kids, when you have marriage, just like that. No, you don't talk on your phone to your friends, best friends all the time or all the time. You don't have the chance. And calling and texting each other on the phone is not much. So sometimes a lot of people's on social media and DMs, they mostly interact through there, even if you have each other's phone number. So I'm not understanding this whole thing. Oh, I'm not DMing you. That's weird. No, it's not weird. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people on social media more than they pick up their phone and text you do they text. It's the truth. It's the truth. If y'all say I'm lying, no. If y'all say I'm lying, go see how you interact. Or your phone always blowing up in calls and text messages, or your phone is dry. And what you on more? Or you on your more texting and calling people, or you more on your social media platform? Because sometimes social media platform is the best way to communicate with people when you don't want to give out your number. When it's just a username handle. So we're not gonna say it act like it's so weird. And then if you listen to Destiny word, not Destiny, to Stormy's word, she's telling herself. Last week she told us that she barely spoke to anyone on the system reunion. A lot of the cast members said they haven't spoke to each other at system reunion. So why is this an issue where only Mel did it? And I know a lot of people like to throw it out there on social media. Well, Mel used Stormy House for the freaking video. I say yes, but that was a business. They could have paid. She could have paid her, and if it didn't, that's what that was on Stormy. Stormy could have said no, and she would have found a location. And how they met was a business transaction. They happened to be a brand ambassador for her thing. So don't act like it was a business. Use my services. I help you. You help me, and that's what it is. Doesn't mean that we are the best of friends. And Stormy saying in the reunion, they're building a friendship. When you building a friendship and you had this high expectation, you need to lower that expectation down because you know she says this. And you was around for the time when she said she dissing herself. So you said in this scene that you know she distance herself, but I don't think you did that to me. I said, why? When you said you know she does this. And you said your room was next to her and you didn't say nothing to me. I said, okay, maybe that's messed up. And she said, when she found out, and she said it was 10 hours there. I said, okay. And then maybe, okay, I give you that. If she ain't saying that to you, then I know you feel some way about that. I give you that. It is what it is. I'm not gonna say that you can't feel the way you feel. She told me feel the way she feel. If you was next room to Melanie and she didn't say no 2 words to you, and let's just say, and Mel said, yeah, I did come to you. How you doing everything? But she said, yeah, but it was like a 10 hours. I said, okay, it doesn't matter. Filming a reunion, there's a lot going on. So she said, it's weird. But Melanie said, why is it weird? Because I can show you right now all the text messages between you and I. So it's not weird. Y'all been communicating through DMs. So don't act brand new when we in a new season and cameras in front of you that you know now full-time cast that you want to create some issue that is not issue. I'm not saying here. So y'all could eat me, chew me up in the comment section I don't give a damn. But what we're not gonna do is do this. Now, I do say, if you want to get someone your number and you change the number, yes, you can reach out to the person who you want to give your number to and tell them that you changed your number. But that's if Mel wants to. She didn't want to give out her number to people, not because she has any issues with them. It's because she keeping her peace. And y'all failed to realize that she's doing this because the peace that she keep trying to keep it from is from this guy, Martell. We'll get in a minute. Who keep constantly coming at her. And she keep when she told us later on in the episode she changed her number like 5 times, did it with this guy. And that's what she safeguard her number and only give it to people that she really wants to give it to. And not because she don't want to give it to people that she may be on the show or connected with or build a friendship. It's that she trying to keep the peace. Because if she give out her number to many people and he gets a hold of the number, he gets the number and then he calling her. And then she had to change the number again. So no, she keep it safeguarded because and not because of Stormy. So stop making it personal. If you really wanted to know what's going on with me, and Mel said, well, you didn't call or text any of that? She said, no, because I was like, so you couldn't DM him like that. Now, if you don't want to chase after her, Stormy, that's fine. But don't sit here and act like it's an issue when it's not an issue. It's not an issue at all. And I don't care what nobody say. Because at the end of the day, you don't understand Mel's shoes until you put in that situation when you have to be safeguarding yourself from a person who can't respect your boundary and who's very narcissistic and want to make your life a living hell. It's a YouTuber I watch a lot right now who don't show her face because she's going through something like that, similar to what Mel's going through. And y'all know who she is. Miss Misha. I love her to death. And she don't show it because she's protecting herself. Because that will out there. So you have to understand, people put measures in place. And because she had to work and on the show, she distanced herself in between filming because she wanted to take a step back. And everybody knows that. So don't create an issue. So you think it's weird? I think it's weird. People feel like Mel's wrong, I give them a number, I'll say so be it. It's when Mel's wrong. Y'all always say it's her fault anyway. So be it. It's her fault. They gave him Stormy number. But we're not going to sit here and act like, especially when we find out that Stormy started hanging out with the Martell and then the other people and all stuff like that. Who and y'all have to understand, a lot of these friends, a lot of people on this cast is mainly Martell friends. Not really Melanie. So that's another reason why she dissing herself. Because after everything he still does, they still feel like Mel's doing too much. No, she's not. No, she's not. She ain't doing enough, to be honest. But she has to at least have some form of communication with him because he's the father of 4 of their children. So Mel and Stormy kept talking, and he was saying about some live tweeting that somebody was secretly record her phone call when the show last season was Destiny was so happy and gleeful to show the recording. I said, you was a spiteful and ridiculous chick. And that's I'm glad she left. So she saying that everybody was saying that Stormy did it. Now, Mel never said that you did it. Now, I didn't listen to the videos and everything on stuff like that, but I do know she never said that you was the one recording the phone conversation. She just said that people were secretly recording her conversation she had and then Destiny showed Martell, which I don't understand why it was an issue because she just said she don't care who he messing with, which is fine. She divorced him, so why she care who he talking to? So why is that so the big deal? That's why I didn't what Destiny did. I said Destiny, what that was proven though? What did that prove? Nothing. So stop that. So she said you can't read what people saying because you ran when you gonna be. She said I don't like the narrative people to put out there because I didn't do that and everything. But this is the reality, girl. Especially when I find out you wanted to be in Bell Collective and you didn't get to that point and you wanted to get in thing. So she's been wanting to get a reality TV show. And Melanie put a plug and let her pitch her into it. Now it's up to producers to get her on the show. So no. It's not because they friends. Pitching someone on the show not because you own them and you have to be their friend. No. Pitching the show that you want to give them a platform so they can make their money and do them. And that's what it is. Giving them the opportunity to have a job. So now Stormy said she's gonna move accordingly. I say, okay, it's fine. Mel's fine with that. Move accordingly. You know what's up. Now you know what's up. After she knows she does that, But yet you say you want to move accordingly now, move forward. Let it go. Let it go. Kimmy and Martell talk. And now I know Melody said that she doesn't distance herself for people who connect. But she also said that Kimmy is the only one who mainly respect her boundaries. So when Mel wants to distance herself and don't talk to them, I guess Kimmy don't reach out and try to harass her and hound her until she's ready to come around Kimmy. So I guess that's the only issue why she's still like good with Kimmy. Because Kimmy respect Mel's boundaries. That's according to what Mel says, compared to other people. And she never tell Kimmy to not talk to Martell. So I feel like she not telling people to not be friends with him, but she just said she would distance herself too much to be around people who associate with him. So whatever that means, and whatever that means towards according to Melody. Now, in regards to Kimmy, why she'll treat Kimmy the same way? Because I think she feel like Kimmy respect her boundaries. So when she don't want Kimmy to say something or relay the message or something like that, Kimmy will respect that. According to what Mel said, that's what it is. So we're gonna see how that goes. But I do feel the same way. I would say, okay, if you just see yourself that Kimmy should want because she's also cheerleading for Martell and Mel to get together. She said at some point on her deep inside that she feel that they should be back. They should be together. And I said, no, we're not doing that. No, they do not need to be together. No, they don't at all. You messed that up. He messed that up. No. Nah, Kimmy, I'm not with that. He don't need to be back together with him. We don't. And why you want him back with Mel when he dogged her out? And he said, yeah, yeah. And he changes his stance with who he talks to. Yeah, and just like, and just so much. I still misses her, and I misses her now. I know, we know you do. We know you do. And now a lot of people act like Mel always bring it up and he always want her. I said it's not because she bring it up. It's just that's a fact. That's the truth. He's doing things to get back with her and try to portray that he's over her, but it's not. So it's still happening. So we're not gonna sit here and act like that's not the reality that he's doing. He's still trying to get back with Mel. And try to pretend he's not to. No, boy, bye, you are. So Mel says she's leaving. And Martell kept pushing to walk her out and walk to her car. She kept saying no. He said, why are you doing like that? I don't want you. I don't look at you. She said she kept saying no. And I understand what is wrong with you not respecting boundaries. And that's the issue you have with her. No's means no. No matter what degrees it is. I know people say, well, what's wrong with him walking to your car? It's a lot of things walking to the car. She don't want him walking to the car. No's means no. And then he goes to the confessionals. I know Mel said no, but she doesn't mean it. I said that's a dangerous thing to say. Because that's the same thing people say when they SA a woman, they say that I know she didn't mean it. I know she told me no, but she didn't mean it. She wants it. That's dangerous. Because now you don't respect the boundary. How she said no means no. She don't want you to walk to her, and she ain't bothered. And then she go to Tiffany and Lewis, and they encourage her. I say, can y'all respect her freaking boundaries? She says she don't want this. So Lewis, if you feel so inclined to protect her, why you just don't walk her to the car? She cool with you. Why you don't do it? Why y'all push him out? He said he just want to walk into the car. He said, I understand that. Why you can't do it? No, she don't want to. And now she walking out. He walking to there. He said, be safe. I can walk to the door. Why you back like that? Stop it. I hate that. Stop opposing yourself with someone. That's dusty. And I hate when y'all agree and want more. I say, why no one can respect Mel's wishes? I hate that. So y'all understand why she. So y'all don't understand why she moved the way she moves. Kim is packing for surgery, and she was out of breath and everything because she getting ready to think because she 1/3 of the battle is over, where they didn't see anything traces of the sea. But she still had to get the surgery to remove any other traces of the thing that may be inside her body. So they could do that. That's that. So the second battle is happening. And she said, after that's done, she will celebrate again. And I say, you have a right to celebrate. And Box will have to really have to accept it. Who is Maurice, if y'all don't know who he is? So they understand that Mels needs to recharge. She needs to recharge. And I think after he sees that she recharges and get back to the fold of things when she needs to. And I guess they understands that. They keep saying it. So they had to understand, know that Mel does this, right? And they said Martell, Mrs. Mel, we all know he does that because he messed up a good thing. We ain't gonna not gonna say he doesn't. He's messed up a good thing. And Hotbox said, listen, Martell needs to make up his mind. Because one minute he hates her and he want to bash her, the next minute he wants her. Make up your mind. I say, you know what, Maurice? I'm gonna say your name this time for real. Because you was right. He needs to make up his mind. What do you want? But you know you're not gonna get her. So either you respect her as your mother and your children, and y'all come co-parenting, y'all have that trust, understanding, and you can move forward, or you distance yourself and don't communicate and just only communicate with the sake of the kids and leave her alone. Let's leave her alone. Just leave her alone. But you can't bash her and then expect her to bend to your will. We're not doing that. That's the control that he likes to have. He needs to make up his mind, and Martell needs to move on. And I said, yes, Hotbox. Exactly. Martell does need to move on. All right. So Chris and Nell going on a date. Now, Chris didn't tell Nell, was his wife, that, Nell, Chris is the person that Martell and Melanie had that I could sit down like 2 seasons ago where she threw this shit. I'm tired of you saying that. I'm tired of you saying that. All that thing, that's Nell and you on sweet Chris Fletcher, right? Chris didn't tell Nell that he invited Martell to their date, to the date. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get you. It's like that. And then Chris didn't tell Martell that he was on a date with his wife. And I said, Chris, what the hell you doing? Because I would have been upset. First of all, it's a date. You don't bring no +1 to a date. It didn't tell me. So now Nell's nice. She said, you know what? Whatever. You here now. Let's see what's going on. So Martell, he said he's not dating exclusively with anyone. So him and Sherelle try to get to know each other, whatever his friends, whatever his explanation, whatever the label Montoya or Sherelle is giving each other is whatever it is. But they're not dating exclusively right now, right? But yet he wanted to plan to propose this year. So how you plan to propose at the end of the year if you're not dating anyone exclusively? You don't make any sense. You don't make any sense, Martell. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't make any sense. That's that. So he was saying God said go when it comes to regarding Sheree. I said, oh, so now you want to be funny. You want to be funny. And they laugh about it. I said, I ain't seen nothing funny about that. But okay. You want to use her saying to go in a situation when you have with Sheree. Boy, bye. So he said he don't communicate with her. He don't have any communication with her. And everything, and there's no communication. And then you take it to the court. I said, if you take him in court, why would I need to communicate with you? And obviously, I communicate enough when she have the kids 1 week, you have the kids next week. So it's communication somewhere, shape, or form. But what kind of communication you want? It's somewhere in the form. They have agreement. This is the kids this week. This kid this week. You need to discuss. We need to discuss. But you don't need to have one real number and none like that. It is what it is. So I said, okay, but y'all realize that he's taking her to court right now for fighting for full custody, right? Y'all know that. That's currently happening because she said it so in her interview. It's currently happening. So you have to understand that what's currently happening is happening right now in this show, and y'all understand why she moved the way she moved. She don't trust him. And she was able to trust him, that none of these things will not be an issue, but she don't trust him. So when you don't trust someone, it's safeguard you have to measure up. And it's hard when you have children with this guy. So he said the part of it is the babysitting. And he going on this babysitting. He keeps trying to say 20. You love to say this 20 number. Like you said, Marceau had 20 girlfriends. Oh, Melanie had 20 babysitters. You love to over exaggerate. Name the 20 babysitters. Just name them. Tell me who the 20 babysitters are. Name these motherfuckers. Just name them. I want you to name them. Tell me. Since you got us so much. So, and then he said he have a hard time with her brother coming to Huntsville to watch his kids when he's in town. And I said, so what's that issue? You keep mentioning his brother. And I don't like that. You know why? Because I'm like Mel's brother in a part of the community. And what you're not going to do is go try and tell me that I can't watch my nieces and nephews or any kids because I may do something. Because that's what you're trying to apply. So what? Yes, you in town. But if she had the kids that week, that means that's her decision to what she wanted to do with the kids her week. And you know she has to work. But doesn't mean that she's not there for her children. And her children is in her house. So the babysitters comes to her house to watch the kids while she has to work. But doesn't mean she's a working mom. What are you doing right now? What are you paying? We don't see you got the bills like, do you got the bills license yet? What are you doing besides the income of the show? And it's actually little small stuff you trying to do, the wine and everything. I don't know how successful that is. They say you kept replying about this brother. And I said, you try to, it's a roundabout way of saying that you homophobic. But you trying to say you don't want to say that, but you is saying, basically saying that. Because you feel her bent about this brother in his town. Now, if she trusts you enough, then maybe she would have called you, say, no more time, can you come and watch the kids? No, but she doesn't trust you. So no, when she have her kids, that's her decision. When you have your kids, you do what you want to the kids and make sure you don't have nobody harming your kids. And her brother watches the kids numerous of times, educated, used to be a teacher, all that stuff, married, respectable marriage, all that stuff. So leave that alone. I'm tired when he keep using that narrative. So Letitia got her brokerage license. I said, I got a little T-shirt. You got your brokerage license, but it takes a lot of work to open up a brokerage and move on and keep going and build up things. So it's not happening overnight, but whatever. She got congratulations. So she talked to her cousin Courtney. I said, this guy love to have all their favorites in the show. Like, Carlos, why are you giving so much? Whatever. Cousin Courtney, she asked her cousin Courtney, can she join her brokerage firm? I said, you just have your brokerage like now you want to join your brokerage firm. Now Courtney said it's gonna be hard because she just got to a new brokerage firm from another brokerage firm she was with. So I said, girl, you gonna jump to another one? I said, that's not consistent. Like, you need to establish yourself in a brokerage firm before you want jumping around to another one. Just because she's family doesn't mean that. So Courtney said, okay, that's one thing, but also I just want you and Kiki to work it out. And this thing, I'm gonna let y'all know now. This Kiki and Tisha's thing, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm not sitting here trying to dissect what's going on. At the end of the day, y'all know my feelings with that. Kiki said what she said. I don't think she said anything bad. She didn't say anything bad about Tisha. She just said you have found things that make you look at your marriage, which is true because we found out was the truth in the reunion. So we're not gonna sit here act like she said anything wrong and that's like that. I don't care if y'all saying that she's a cousin. She said nothing like that. At the end of the day, Tisha hurt Kiki. Kiki hurt Tisha. Tisha don't want to apologize and think that she do anything wrong. That's something Tisha does all the time. She does things and act like she didn't do nothing wrong and she don't want to apologize for things. So we're not gonna sit here act like Tisha is all in the right in this situation. She's not, because she does that numerous of times. Go back to people and feel like she done wrong and she never do any wrong and everybody is wrong and she's the victim here. We're not gonna have to sit here. So I'm not dissecting no Kiki and Tisha's scenarios. At the end of the day, that's done. I don't care. It's tiring. She want Kiki to apologize. Kiki may feel regretful for what she's doing, but Tisha act like she didn't do nothing to Kiki, and I'm not here for it. This one-sided shit is not happening. So I'm done with it. I'm sorry, I'm done with it. I don't care about Tisha like that anyway. Y'all already know that. I'm really done with that girl. And I call her Teletubby, but I didn't give her a nickname, and I was too mad to actually say her name. I call her Teletubby. I call Tisha Teletubby because she's ditzy like that. So that's what I call her that. So fix the relationship with Kiki. And so she said, okay, if I go out and have sit down and heart to heart with her, Then can you come with Bogus Crown? I said that's a dusty ass negotiation, and I don't know why Kiki agreed on one. Not Kiki, Courtney agreed with that. So that's not a freaking negotiation bargaining tactic for me, for you to me to go to your brokerage firm if you sit down. You're not saying you want to fix it. You say you will sit down with Kiki. And that was a leverage for her to join your brokerage firm. I said, okay, Courtney, whatever. Bye bye. Whatever. So, and then she's saying that she gonna meet with the devil. I said, oh, she's a devil, just like you said. Mel is a Mark's dark cell. Mel is a dark soul who is a sheep in woman's wolf clothing. That's what you're saying. Sheep in wolf clothing. She a dark soul. So Kiki's a devil. Okay, girl, you have this lot of grandstanding words from the people you kind of dislike. So when somebody come back at you, you want to pretend you want to have an issue, and you act like, oh, why they say that to me? I didn't do anything to you. I said, girl, you said she's a devil. So Nell went to talk to Melanie and get her side of things. And I'm glad that Nell sit there and listen to Melanie. That's what she needs. She needs someone to listen to her to understand why she's doing what she's moving. And now Nell understand Nell and Mel. Oh my gosh. Nell understand where Mel's coming from, because she didn't know all the stuff that he done to her to make her move the way she said, you know what, I understand. So Nell talked to Melanie. It was all about, oh, I had to sit down with Martell, and he talked about the babysitters. And she said, so why y'all can't come to agreement about the babysitters? She said, I had done that. But then he didn't want that, because he doesn't want that, because he wanted to have control. Because he said, no, if you were concerned about babysitting, you should never cheated and messed up your freaking marriage. Point blank, period. You don't get to dictate who I have watching my kids. Yes, you would probably need to know if they're going to harm my kids or not. But I think Mel has enough sense to know that she loves her children and she protects her children at all costs and not put no children in harm's way. Right? But I believe her sense of judging character, not so much of Martell's sense of judging character. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't trust his judging character at all. So she said she's just dating, and that's it. Other than that, she said, I would never imagine not to get to see my kids every day. That's not something I wanted, but this is the reality of the situation right now. Don't you think that she got married to this guy for 14 plus years, whatever that long they've been together, had 4 children, and think she wanted to be a single mom? No. Single mom who co-parented with a freaking narcissistic? No, she didn't want that. This is a reality. So she had to set that. But what you're not going to do is go on a smear campaign, dog her out every chance you get, because we've seen that happening on social media. That's why I said social media is an integral part of the show. So a lot of people is missing the social media aspect and thinking that she just better and let it go. I said, no, it's still happening. It's one thing, it was like 10 years ago, and he doesn't bother her. He moved on, she moved on, and she still hold on to it. Then I would say that's bitter. But what we not gonna say, she just divorced him 3 years ago, and he's still coming after her. So it's still going on. So it's not like she can't let it go. So she moves the way she moves, and I understands that. So you can't go on a smear campaign and then try to take her back. All the people you try to bash her to, how do you feel like when you try to, at the same breath, try to take her back? And I said, we see that. And I don't know how they feel. She says you're trying to compromise with him. He makes it so hard to compromise. She tried that. Don't you think she wants to call him and say, hey, it's the times that she did that. But now she doesn't do that because he constantly put her in harm's way. She changed her number 5 times till she left him. You know why when she had to change her number 5 times, a couple of times, it's because he does too much. Bashing her, harassing her, calling her, trying to see where she go, trying to control every move that she has. He's trying to control her. And she's trying to have a peace and get away with it. And people don't understand that. So she cried and everything. And she said, you know what? I understand. I'm sorry. I did not know all of that. Exactly. I'm glad she sat there and listened to Mel, because I seem like nobody's really listened to her. But y'all want to call her bitter and messed up. And I said, I'll say what you want about me, but I'm not going to sit here and act like that she can't feel the way she feel because we all seen how he dogged her out. So you can sit here and act like she should have taken him back or she's too bitter, she should let go. I understand why she going after other people and no, because there's other people are tied to him. So you have to understand, if they tied to him, they more loyal to him. And y'all seen the reunion, they kind of all knew he cheated on her way before. So y'all supposed to be friends, and none of y'all say nothing to her. So that's when that happened, I would be done with y'all too. I would distance myself and don't even talk to y'all like that until we got the film. So if she don't film with a lot of people, it's okay. It's okay. It's not hurting her pockets because it's not her only source of income. She has other source of income. She's teaching. She does a 7 Avenue beauty line, which is doing well. People like her products. She still has her real estate brokerage thing, and she teaches classes. She's doing real estate. She has other forms of income, not besides this show. So she's good. So and she collects this check here, and she's an EP. So she's not losing out no money. She's not. Talk to Martell about that. But then Tisha and Kiki ended the episode with that. I said I'm done with that, so I'm not going to dissect none of that. I said what I said. Tisha always act like she never do anything wrong, but then get upset when people retaliate against her, and when people apologize to her, but she never want to take apology and accountability of what she's done. So I'm not sitting here and not trying to talk about it. So Tisha, Kiki storyline, whatever. I'm done. It's what it is. And I know Tiffany gonna come after Kiki by next week. I'll probably be done with that too. I don't care. I really don't care about this whole thing back and forth about the cousins. And that's that. At the end of the day, they didn't have no great friendship. They said they had a cool, they was close in at one point, but at the same time, their family put them against each other. And that's what it is. That's the history. That's what it is. If confirmed by Miss Wanda and them, then that's how the reality is. And that's how it is. Point blank, period. Kiki's full-time cast member now. Blame production if y'all don't like her. That's their decision. Period. And I like Kiki. But it is what it is. But that was Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Yes, this review is like over an hour, but it was 2 episodes today. So when y'all reviewed it with me tonight, we gonna chat, y'all. So thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this. Love and Marriage Huntsville. And put a ring on it. And I'll talk to y'all later. And stay tuned for my Secret Brother Husband review and also my cash review this week. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.